asem ni say tap send see yen fa sadere we emma won customers ni titu ene won a wo UK say obetimi a create wo tap send wallet no e wo app no eso se ekoba ne se tap rate no ekostra obetimi a save ska akodu impempenso bi te say 50,000 Ghana cedis ane 50,000 Ghana cedis na afei wo yin kakra se oba on my Ghana mu a obetimi a save ska e wo tap send wallet no so abra unya ohaw bia na tie tap send atre wo mahye akodru UAE Netherlands and Austria tap send na easy fast and secure tap send papa no
everybody check now check it check it the beat is real don't will make it kill ya get your green select glucometer and check it sugar level check it check it green select glucometer check it sugar level for check it reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Time is up for us to play our game, and our game is to speak show business, the language of show business. That is our thing. Sammy Flex is my name, and I'm going to do this with my people. Nana Reagan, who is in the middle, Rough Town Records road manager, and Roland Amate at the extreme left. He is from Shagzy, also Shutter Movement and RolandReport.com online, YouTube as well. For information, when we sit like this, we look at some of the trending information here in our industry, and we want you to be a part of it. So if you've not subscribed to us, please do subscribe to us now, and remember to add your commentaries to the conversation same way. Meanwhile, we are also telling you that Tap Send is working with us here on Sammy Flex TV, and Tap Send has introduced what they call the Tap wallet. The wallet helps you to change your money at a time that the rate is flying high. You save it in cities, so anytime you want to wire to Ghana, you can get enough to wire same way. Remember that anytime you are dealing with Tap Send, use the promo code SammyFlex. The promo code SammyFlex will surely put you in the best of places for you to manage your things. Behind the scenes, Digital Rasta Escort Currency doing our camera for us, and Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And to you, we want to say we appreciate you. Thank you so much for always dealing with us here on the platform. This is Showbiz Daily on Sammy Flex TV. Now, to start the story, because Nana Reagan is here, we want to shoot with the beautiful video that we've seen coming from the camp of Rough Town Records, where Sister Wendy Shea has been in the news for doing a corporate social responsibility on her birthday. I'm sure this is something she's been doing for some time, and once again she's done it again, and this is not a good headline for many media people, so obviously it will pass. Stories really are or try na all the headlines so as I got all the headlines on the blogs everywhere. No, but this one they don't like. We understand, we know it, so we are fine with it. Of course, when we sit like this, we try to bring all these ones together for a conversation. Nana, what went into this? You were there, you were captured in the video as well, so what went into this?
A lot of energy, finance and everything. You know, I think like you rightly said, this is something Wendy has been doing through the Wendy Shea Foundation.
Okay.
But this is the first time she's donating to a hospital. Yeah, we've been doing schools and some activities or events at some villages and other things. Taking care of some individuals as well. Individual needs as well. So yesterday happens to be her birthday, like you said, and this time the birthday fell on like the day she was born.
Oh, okay.
She's Abena, so.
Oh, on Tuesday.
Yes, the birthday fell on Tuesday, and aside the medical items that she bought for the Kwabena pediatric surgery unit, she also went to the maternity ward. Okay. Where the number of people that delivered on that Tuesday, she gave all of them an envelope.
Oh, I see.
With an undisclosed amount.
Those who gave birth on the Tuesday.
Tuesday, the 20th February. Yes, we had a number of them. Just that the nurses made us understood that they cannot discharge them. Because they just gave birth that very morning. So we just,
Oh yeah, I've seen the envelope they're having.
Yes, and then when they gave them some envelopes to,
wow,
sort themselves out small.
Chaley, these things are beautiful. Yeah. I know that when it comes to celebrities, the pressure on them, if you are not careful, you rather think, Chaley, the pressure now solving the crowd also change. When
the PRO was making, like she was actually making a plea to Wendy to adapt one of their
one of their awards.
Yes. As much as it was like it's a cool thing to do, but it sounded funny to me. I'm like, already problem work. So like Kwabena is doing that as well. Like as part of their 100 years anniversary. They said they want to open it up to
the
philanthropists and public corporate body, so that if you want to adopt any of their
then awards, they put your name on the award.
Yes, then you'll be doing some stuff for them, like what the world needs and all of that. So you also be supporting them small. So I think it's a laudable one that if you're a celebrity, you can, and
you have put your things together.
Exactly.
You can also sort them out. Well, it looks good. Real. What do you also see? The blocks are not running this unless they pay them.
Well,
you have to pay.
Yeah. Of course, some of these things you have to pay. I remember last year when she donated exercise books and stuff. I personally did a story on it on my blogs when I chanced on it, because yes, these are some of the things that when I see people help others, it gives me some level of joy, because even back home I've seen my people doing it. Like somebody like my late dad was somebody that is that's one of those people. Like he can literally take it out of his mouth and give it to another person. That's so whenever I see somebody do it for another person, it really gets to me, and I have been at a place of not having. So some of these things are things that we will always pray and encourage people to do. Yes, we know the level of the level of ungratefulness, and people who wouldn't appreciate some of these gestures will still be in the system regardless of how many times people will do it. But then it shouldn't also stop people like Wendy Shea and her likes from still doing the Lord's work, because at the end of the day, this particular gesture is going to help these people in one way or the other, whether to foot their hospital bills or to even help them after the delivery, like when they are being discharged to the house, and at least it is going to get one or two, which will reduce the cost in any way. So it's a huge deal. It's same with what Davido is also doing in Nigeria. Yes, I hear this year he's also doing some 300 million naira, and it feels good. So yes, periodically, just like
300 million naira.
Just like we will see when you go into a certain scandal or something negative, and we would want the world to know, or we would want the world to report it. Yes, I know as media people, we are all about the content and what is going to give us traffic. But then, if periodically we are also able to trumpet the good side of some of these people, at least they will know that it is a society that we are building.
Okay.
And because it is a human institution and it comprises of both the good and the bad.
The needy and those who have.
Exactly. So when we trumpet some of these things, it goes a long way to tell us that, okay, the space is not as bad as probably we think or some people have the perception about. However, this should not also be a pressure on some of her colleagues.
Okay.
Yes, it is just a few people who have foundations or who have the capacity to do some of these things. Okay. The fact that when the Shey is doing it doesn't mean that you should also go and do it by force.
Maybe.
It is not one of the qualities of being a celebrity. This particular gesture is not one of the qualities of being a celebrity. Yes, if you're able to do a corporate social responsibility, that's fine. There are some that you can do in your close quarters and it doesn't necessarily have to come out.
Be blown out, yeah.
Be Black, for example, has been paying people school fees even at the university level. One of the guys even works at Silverbird currently, and he is also a musician. Like that, okay. Yes. And I know him personally, and he said it to me. He showed me receipts and papers to prove that, yes, it was D Black that saw him through his university education. And all these things are things that usually don't come out. So yes, it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, when the Shey have gone to do hers, putting camera on it, so you to by force, even if you don't have krana, you still want to go and do it. No, just check yourself. And when people do things like this for others also, we should also minimize that entitlement and expectation of, oh, what you did for these people today, why won't you do it for Asumesi tomorrow? Let's leave them. It is what is in their heart and what they feel is right for them. That's what they're doing. So when it happens like that, this one is no pressure. Let's leave them for them to do whatever they feel in their heart is right. And I'll say big ups to Wendy and her team.
Well, this is the way to go, supporting the needy in society. I'm sure if you are able to take up some small roles, including even the next door guy, if you can give him 50 Ghana cedis, you've still done something for him. That's what people don't know. You don't have to go to only Kolebu or any of these popular places before you would feel satisfied in your soul that you have given us something. It can still be around your own community. Just look around, see who needs something, do whatever you can to support, and that will be fine. So Wendy Shey, congratulations, and we pray that everything that you lost, you'll be getting it back in many folds, more shows and more live as well. Yes, let's move on to the next business. And of course, one thing that has also been a discussion in our industry was when photos came out last night between Sarfo Newman and Sarkodie. Remember when the buzz around Sarfo Newman started, and Sarfo Newman is the composer or the writer of the popular song or the viral song Akwaboah. That is Sarfo Newman, Akwaboah. He is the guy who composed the song Akwaboah. Now, as it stands now, when the song came out and we saw Sarkodie showing all love and posting photos and videos of the gentleman, many people actually expected to see the two of them in a studio, either working on a remix or coming up with something afresh. Last night, lo and behold, whilst we were still trying to sleep, we came across photos, videos of the two in the studio, and I am going to ask my people some of the conversations around this, where others are saying, oh, Sarkodie wants to enjoy the shine. Others are saying Chaley Sarkodie is a great guy. He is really helping young talent, and all the conversations that you can mention around it. I would want to pick your opinions on this before we can run away into the next business. So on the screens, you can see Akwaboah, Sarfo Newman, and Sarkodie, and it is not too clear what they have done yet, but like I'm saying, the conversation is about either they are going to do a refix of the Akwaboah song, or they are going to give us a new joint altogether. That is how the conversation has been, and I want to know the expectations of my people here in the studio, what they think about this, and should it happen, what are we going to do or discuss as an industry. Maybe I'll start with you. Just so I announced, in Team Dodo Solomon, the late Intim Jakari has joined us. Black Rasta would say the late Intim Jakari. Yes, Chemo has joined us for us to continue with the convo. Yes, expectations, and what do you have to say about the fact that with what was said some few weeks or months back, it is happening now?
If this were to be a movie, the title would have been Akwaboah and the Legend. Part 1 and 2.
Part 1 and 2.
Yeah. You have to do part 1 and 2.
Akwaboah and the Legend, part 1 and 2.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, it feels good. It feels good. This is some of the things that we are obviously expecting for some of those statements of Sarkodie trying to tap into the shine. I think it's a conversation that it is not necessary for us to give it attention, because whether it is true or not, what is the bigger picture? What is the end game of this particular move? Is to give a platform to a young chap who is probably fresh in the industry. That is the end game of this particular gesture. Yes, you can say, okay, Sarkodie wants to tap in his shine because, yes. Today I saw a screenshot, a throwback screenshot of when GH Tupac also became a sensation. Sarkodie came to tweet that, who knows GH Tupac, and he would want to use his voice as an intro in one of his records. Yes, he tweeted that, and that is. And
did that happen?
Well, up to now we've not heard that particular record. So
those who brought the screenshot, what were they trying to achieve? So
they were trying to buttress the point of the fact that, okay, whenever there is a sensation, Sarkodie would want to tap in. And that is to buttress it. But my own is that some of these things have circumstances around it. The conversation is mostly different from sometimes how we even say it. Somebody can come out to say, okay, I am willing to do A, B, C, D for, let's say, Nana Reagan. But if he doesn't avail himself, that particular gesture would never see. Yes, it will never see daylight. And people who wouldn't even know the background story will come and say, oh, I just probably wanted to tap into Nana Reagan's popularity, or maybe the fact that he's gone viral. I also wanted to be part of the conversation. Meanwhile, the background conversation that went on, the circumstances that led to the fact that we weren't able to do it, nobody knows. And unfortunately, some of these conversations can't come out. So we have to leave it like that. Even when Sarkodie came to tweet about the boy, said that he wants to put him on and all that, so many people, even so yesterday's pictures popped up, so many people still had doubts about it. But me, I know, okay, if he said it, well, it's just a matter of time. If it is not able to happen, then it means the circumstances were not right. It's as simple as that. We know how artists work. And Sarkodie is not a brand that you say, oh, he wakes up and he will just put his hand into his debris and be sitting down. There is a very busy person that works with time. So if your time doesn't correspond with his, there's the difficulty. Exactly, that it will not come. But me, I am not expecting the Akwaboah remix, if you ask me, because of what the boy himself has said, that he's not looking at remixing Akwaboah with anybody. But if it is
maybe for Sarkodie, he wouldn't be able to say no.
Well,
because those people, I'm sure those people were trying to come to him to do this, but this time around, it looks like he is going for it.
No, but when I listened to his conversation with Giovanni on TV3 on Giovanni's show, he was very specific. Giovanni mentioned, so what if Sarkodie, what if this person said he doesn't want a remix on Akwaboah with anybody? Yes, and he would, if it is a new record, why not? So well, per that, like you said, anything can change. Anything can change. By per what I've heard him say, I am not expecting a remix of Akwaboah. I'm rather, and I would also wish that he will stick to his word and do it on a new record, because at the end of the day, it is going to serve two purposes. Yes, if it is on Akwaboah, then that means the old song would automatically die out and the attention will be on the new record. So if you should call him to perform, to only be the remix. But if he's able to bring a new record that is able to make waves, now he would have two popular records that he can aid him in his performances and all that.
Okay.
And that will boost his brand to another level. So yeah, I am not expecting a remix on Akwaboah, but I would wish they would do a huge record that will probably come and overshadow the Akwaboah song.
Okay, thank you, Ro. Let me go on to welcome Ntindo Solomon with this one, because the photo started trending, appearing on WhatsApp platforms or groups. And Chabo, your expectation and what you also have to say about what is about to happen next.
Well, I think this is it. I mean, the guy said he will move at his own pace. He will not let anyone put pressure on him to do things that he doesn't want to do. And I think he is sticking to the plan.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it's okay. It's okay that he's doing that at his own pace, and he will make it happen at his own time. With the conversation about Sarkodie wants to tap in, I think we don't have to give it any attention at all. Okay. The point is that Sarkodie will take money to work with any young artist coming, or any artist at all in general. That's how they trade this. So he's there to tap in. What do you mean by that? It's two things. He will also not work with anybody at all. He will work with somebody who has a substance. So it's either you are paying him, or you have something that he thinks that you can also bring on board. So Sarkodie wants to tap in the shine and so for those who are making that argument, I don't get them. Sarkodie will either take money from you, or you have something good that he thinks that yes, let me jump on it and let's do something great. So he will not work with anybody. So if he will not work with anybody at all, at what point will you say that Sarkodie is not tapping in the shine? When? At what point can you say that? Would there be a time that you say, okay, this one there, Sarkodie is not tapping in the shine? There's nothing like that there, because he will, because of his standard or the status level, he will only work with those who have substance. Exactly. Either you are giving him money, or you are so good that he thinks that yes, you are at the level that he can work with you. So there will be no time that you say Sarkodie is not tapping in because he wants to shine or whatever, tapping in the shine. I don't even know why they use that word. Yeah, so it's rubbish. Like if you ask me, that argument we should bury it. There's no need for people to talk about that. Like that. Yes, and for me, I think let's hope for the best. I think the guy, he's unique and he's coming in with his own style. And he's one of the new artists coming up that I think he is now dictating the what should happen. He's not under pressure to do not what at all. The people are telling him to do. If you like it, follow him. If you don't, you sit down. He's just moving and doing his thing. So I wish him all the best, and I think something good will come out of this. Well, thank you so much, Ntindo Solomon Chamo. Now, Nana Egan, continue on Akwaboah, Sarkodie, and matters arising.
Sometimes, I think one of the things that I'm trying to learn or to make it part of me, my life right now, it's to wake up and see things, and the first thing that I want to do is to think negative or evil out of whatever thing that I'm you want to do. Okay. Even if I'm seeing an evil, I instead of looking at the evil like, okay, this is evil, this is bad, I want to look for a positive thing out of that evil, instead of like everything you are seeing being evil. Then you want to. So sometimes when I come across some of these conversations, like Sarkodie wants to tap into the boy's shine. Do you know the number of people who have said verses or songs to Sarkodie that he is not responding to?
Right, so someone said this video or photo will make Sammy angry right now. It will make to make Sammy angry right now, because they said their works to Sarkodie, they didn't mind them. Akwaboah idea.
You know the funny thing, sometimes some of these artists, it is not like people come to them for features for free. Some people come with huge sums of money and deals in their hands.
Yes.
And they don't attend to them, or they don't, you know, have the vibe to do whatever thing with them. See, this is an industry where when you are coming up, you need a hand from the top. Whether you like it or not. Everybody that is underground artist will testify to what I'm saying. You need somebody to pull you up.
Yeah.
So if
someone to show you the way.
Exactly. So if Akwaboah is doing Akwaboah Sem, and now the legend is saying, okay, I want to bless this boy because he has seen something in the boy. Mind you, there's not everybody that will get a viral song that you have that vibe of, vision for the person. Some people can have viral songs and you wouldn't feel like you should do anything with them.
Okay.
So if today Sarkodie wants to do something with Newman, instead of having that conversation of tapping, how can't you just appreciate the young man
and Sarkodie himself?
Or just appreciate Sarkodie for even giving you know that opportunity. If it was DJ Chaley that posted this young boy right now and invited him, you people will sit in this camera, hey, DJ Chaley, that friend, no, hey, that one day you not say DJ Chaley wants to tap into his shine. Some of you, like, is it like you don't have something up here or what?
Hey.
Yeah, I don't understand. Or I'm open to certain realities that because even a Bena boy, Nigeria, the video far for hey yo, what's up? Hey, he's good. He's showing because even people here they won't do it. But the person is doing it. They are talking. If he doesn't do it, imagine, let's go to imagine Para say and can screenshot the other two say Sarfo asked Sammy Sarkodie a message and away in film. I
get problem.
So I mean, like they will suck Sarkodie's blood. So I mean, let's appreciate people who, especially in these times. Right now we are in a very difficult time. In every aspect of your life, if somebody is trying to support you, you should be appreciated.
Yeah.
Like appreciate it.
Yeah.
Don't wait because you have certain heart desires and you want to win big or maybe you want to achieve big. So if people are giving you small, you don't see it. You have to be very careful because if you can't appreciate the little that people contribute into your life, you can never appreciate the huge things that they do for you. So what Sarkodie is doing is a good thing. In fact, we would all wish that Sarkodie would do it for, you know, a number of young guys. But maybe he won't have that, you know, capacity to do everything on his own. So Sarkodie is doing it today. Tomorrow, when the Sheikh can do it for somebody, Stoneboy can do it for another person. Sammy can do it for another. Shatawale can do it for another person. So let us stop some of these negative conversation because such questions and conversations where I get scared is the thoughts Sarkodie will have tomorrow after helping or after jumping on a song with this boy. He's going to feel like Obi Babimna or best Chaley or he will ask himself I didn't make a crown of one because I type into a shine to the manager. Not one man. I know a lot of people. I mean, you are in this game, you know. There are a lot of people that wants to come out and do certain things, but they are still like this because of people's reaction, because of the public's reaction. Just because of that, they want to come out and do good, but they are thinking about what will the public say. Because you want to see this here, I'm gonna now want.
That day I was saying it when the Mepe flood or whatever happened. I said. I saw people calling out celebrities in Ghana. Why are they not going to help? Why are they not going to help? And I said, should someone go to help right now? And the person takes out 7 bags of cement from his or her car, put it there, or 7 bags of rice or sugar. I
I will obedi trailer, background.
You see what people tend to forget about. It is just to inspire other people to also contribute. It is not for them to carry the load alone. Chaley, more how no nipa ba ko pentime so awo. Enti we be ye kakra na we hu no akase o Chaley ade a Roland Chaley you mama so me ko support kakra. Yesterday, just after the donation at Kwabena, we started getting calls, people showing interest, like they were, oh, okay, what can they also go into? Like some black American woman, she walked to Kwabena when, like, you know, when we arrived and the place was, the woman just walked in and was like, what is going on? And we explained the thing to her. And now she's also thinking of adopting something for so the guests are.
But if her pressure is small, she should adopt one of the words. If her pressure is small,
I can't tell. So Chaley, people should allow some of these, you know, public persons to breathe. Like the such negative conversations are just too much.
Well, thank you so much. This is still Showbiz Daily here on Sammy Flex TV. Loving the convo so far. Now, I'm interested in the next story because the next story I have been a victim before, and therefore I am really interested in it. But this one was not even amplified. Our story was really well. The people involved are huge, so it is to be expected. But this one, I just heard some few people talking about it, and even I think I saw a video of on Adum TV where Salif Portman was firing Akwaboah for coming out to talk about this and that. I said, well. Here on this platform, there are some intelligent young folks here. Let's listen to what they also have to say in connection to this. Now, this is an issue between two talents who had plans to do events. I'm talking about Akwaboah and Kwabena alongside Becca on the other side. So Akwaboah here and Kwabena and Becca here like that. Akwaboah has an annual show he does in Ghana on 14th February. That is Vows Day. In fact, if you're a music lover and you've been around for the past 5 years, when we mention 14th February, which concert can I go to? You raise up your hand and say, oh, Akwaboah's Shade of Love. He has been doing it like almost every year. He does it. Different venues sometimes. And as it stands now, this year, there were plans that he was going to do it. Last 2 years, and there is proof, like Zamani Block would say, evidence day. Last 2 years, he did the show at the Grand Arena. And Richie can show them evidence. Let them see the evidence so they know exactly what we are talking about. So yes, this is it, Grand Arena. Have you ever experienced a concert at the Grand Arena? Catch Akwaboah's Shades of Love concert this Sunday, 13th February, at Ghana's top event venue, Shades of Love. And this was some 2 years ago. And this time around, because I'm sure the 14th was on Monday, he played safe by doing it on a Sunday. Well, that's fine. Last year, he did the event again. And this time around, on the same day, but not at the Grand Arena, not at Grand Arena. So this one was held at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. This was held on 14th exactly, and well, this was also well done. Even it did not end there. He went to Kumasi and gave them a bonus show on 18th February. So he gave them Accra on 14th, Kumasi on 18th. Shades of Love and Nina Nina Koi. This year he started planning it, 14th February. Everything was ongoing. Only for him to go to the Grand Arena and he heard that, oh, this year you want to come here? Oh, some people have taken the venue, Kwabena and Becca. They've taken the venue, they want to do a show on the same day. Oh, me! It's my show. I've done it here before, and I want to come back. He said, "What? No show for me." Akwaboah was pained. He sat down with his people and he gave us a press statement cancelling the show. Nibu fu as should go on Majai showed me more, And this is Akwaboah's letterhead. Aqua Nation for letterhead. Aqua Nation. Well, so he writes a statement from Akwaboah Music. My dear friends and family, for the past 6 years, Valentine's Day has become synonymous with Akwaboah's Shades of Love concert. This is why it pains me to say we will not be able to have our concert this year. When it became evident that we cannot deliver what you have come to expect at the Shades of Love concert, the choice was obvious. It is always my wish to give you the best experience because you deserve the best. I will provide updates on concert and tours planned for the rest of the year. That notwithstanding, I have some pleasant surprises for you this Valentine. Anticipate. I love you and happy Akwaboah Day this Valentine. This is what Akwaboah shared with his friends and family about the cancellation of the show. This did not end here. On an interview platform, I think on Nana Romeo's platform on Accra FM, Akwaboah spoke bitterly. Akwaboah spoke very, very bitterly about the fact that his own colleagues, Kwabena, they have crossed him in getting the venue to do their concert, knowing that it is his date that he has been doing it, and that venue crumpled that they were going for now. The likelihood that he might do it there was high. This has really hurt Akwaboah, and Akwaboah has been talking. There are some people who are with him, others are also against him. And I want to ask my people that how do they also judge this case? In law, there is something called gazomp. Gazomp to gazomp. It's like I give Nana Reagan 100 Ghana cedis. That Nana, I want you to come to me with 100 Ghana cedis. Then someone comes and say, no. I'll give you 200 Ghana cedis. Come to me instead. That is gazomp. I'm sure Akwaboah is thinking he has been gazomped by some people on his own turf. And the guy is in pain, like pain, P-E-T-T-Y, pain. Bro, who have been doing events and you also went through a similar saga. How do you die this case?
But I think it's different.
It's different. It's not.
Oh no, it's similar.
No, it is not.
No, I'm not saying it's the same. I'm saying it's similar.
But the differences are very huge, if you ask me.
Okay, continue.
So, I would want to tackle this from an events person's point of view, in terms of event organization and how some of these things are come up. I think per what Akwaboah is saying, if you ask me, I think it goes beyond the venue. You know, holding the concert on that day, definitely they are going to be supporting acts. And unfortunately or fortunately, these guys are kind of competing with very similar audience. Even though if they are both to do their marketing well, the possibility that both shows are going to be successful is there. But then, competing for a similar audience, the first thing is you've been beaten to a venue. If you've been beaten to a venue, the fact that you will also be beaten to supporting acts is also high. Because at the end of the day, both events are likely to start at the same time.
Yes.
And if I have somebody like Efia on my show, I have somebody like Wuta on my show, whether Efia or Kobe, I have certain people that are whose music is connected to some of these moments on my show. There is a possibility you will lose them if I should confirm them. And it goes beyond just the venue. In fact, organization and everything comes to play. In terms of personnel, we know, yes, even though the space is broad and we have so many brains behind putting out some of these things, fortunately or unfortunately for some people, they are using similar brains.
Okay.
And those brains can only choose one person or one spot at a time.
Okay.
They can't be anywhere anytime, simultaneously. So they can only choose one person. So I think it goes beyond they beating him to the venue.
Okay.
That is just one aspect of the whole conversation. The fact that he was going to lose a supporting act, as well, the competition was very keen and close.
Yeah.
Even sponsors was part.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it has the whole event was tilted towards a certain environment or a certain season, which is Valentine. So if you would want to tackle this company and use Valentine as your thing that you're going to advertise to them for them to come on board, another brand is also coming with the same thing. And whether they come to you or they come to the other guys, they would still do they will still get their results anyway.
Exactly.
And if you should look at both brands, I think again, Akwaboah was a little complacent because, okay, like he said in their press statement, Val's Day is synonymous to Akwaboah. But then when you check the time Kwabena and Becca released or started publicity was way before Akwaboah. So, okay. So the competition now was very keen and tight for Team Akwaboah. Yes, I don't know what, because I know some skirmishes can be done behind the scenes and it will mafia you and there's nothing you can do about it. Exactly. That I don't want to go there because I don't have details of it. But on a surface level, in terms of event organization and how some of these things come to play, I believe he was beaten to it in all angles and not only the venue. The venue is just one aspect that is being used to cover the whole conversation, but I believe there is a bigger conversation to it. And even playing supporting act would be one of the key conversations in there. Because there are certain people that would grace Akwaboah on that same day. If you had her show, if you had her show at Soho, yet was able to grace Akwaboah's show. So if on that same Kwabena show, sorry. So if on that same day, Efia was supposed to perform with Akwaboah, so would Efia abandon her show, pass through Kwabena show, go to Akwaboah show before going to her own show? That's it. So I think yes, they can use the venue to do the cover up and everything, but I believe it is just one aspect of the conversation. I just want to give both parties the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, maybe we both did our things right and you beat me to it. Okay. That's how I would want us to see this, because if we should open it up, there is a kind of worms that we are going to see, and one party would definitely not be happy with it. Like you said, it is similar to what we experienced in December, but then the differences, there are so many differences in terms of case studies here. That's why I would want to give these people the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, I am not privy to the background conversations of the mafiaism and the politics behind. But then, on a surface level, I think they beat Akwaboah to it in terms of venue, in terms of even logistics, and even supporting act. And if he would want to go through all these stress, Chaley, it is better he calls it off. And also, the last part would be the economic situation currently. The economic situation currently plays another major role. We can't, let's not overlook it. So many people are hiding under, beyond circumstances, beyond what we forget. Money no day. Money no day. And when it happens like that, you can't fault anybody for not having money. I always pray that. Now my recent prayer is the fact that we will be able to reap enough profit or even break even with our ticket sales in the event sector. That is my recent prayer. So I believe putting all these points together and also with the economic statements attached to these reasons, Charlie, if at the end of the day we are going to break our head, go and fight politics, go and do this, go and do that, pull the event up, and we will not be able to get the expected result, especially financially, then what is the need? Is it for the glory or for the money? If it is for the glory, Akwaboah has done this for 5 or 6 years and he doesn't need anything to show that he can do it. He already has the glory. So I believe he was looking at now getting the money and looking at the politics and the circumstances around it. If he should break his neck, the probability that he was going to make profit or get the money is low. So definitely anybody or any businessman in his right senses would back off and probably throw the blame at another person and say you are the cause. But meanwhile, maybe another cause the cause probably would be there, but then I just want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say we did our things right, but then team Kwabena and Becca beat Akwaboah to some of these things. Well, continue from there. Yes. Let me get your opinion on this.
First of all, this is how I want to start it. Saying it is similar to Shatta and Stoneboy's case. If you ask me, it is not a fair argument.
Okay.
In the sense that Shatta is known to be doing the Freedom Wave concert at the stadium every year. Yes, it is not like he switched venue.
Yeah, it was constant.
It was constant.
But that was where the show was birthed.
Yes, exactly. And every year, everybody, the audience knows that we will be going to the stadium on this date to watch or witness Shatta performance. Okay, this time around, somebody just gets into it, and then for whatever political reasons or whatever they want to term it, the venue was given to someone. I might not be privy to maybe the contracts, what agreement Shatta have with the stadium and all of that, but so far as he has been doing it there on that date at the stadium makes his case very different from this. For the past 6 years, Akwaboah's show has not been at one venue like that. So in fact, the people, the management of Grand Arena cannot sit with their arms folded and then say, okay, we are waiting. It's getting to 14, so let's wait. Whilst business people are coming in with offers and they say, no, because Akwaboah have been, let's be sure, let's wait till 13th February. He will come. So let's wait for it. I mean, it doesn't make business sense. Once they don't have any agreement with you, the space is for everybody. And that is what is making me feel like Akwaboah have certain reasons that he doesn't want the public to know or discuss.
It is not opening up the conversation.
Yes, it is not just about Kwabena and Becca going for the Grand Arena venue. It can't be. There are other reasons. Maybe he as an artist doesn't want to disclose, so that people will not come at him. So he wants to just hide behind let me ask Akwaboah and his team this. Before 2018, he has done it for 6 years, so he started in 2018. Yeah. Before 2018, is he aware that Kwabena was also known to be performing during Vals Day?
Yes, the Vals.
Whether the show is for him or is for somebody, he became like one artist that everybody looks out for on 14th February.
But he stopped, didn't he?
Yeah, he stopped.
So I am saying that per the argument they are trying to make, that because the Shades of Love has become the synonymous to Vals Day. Somebody can also argue that, or I can also argue that before 2018, if you are talking about artists that a lot of people would want to go or attend his concert on February 14th, it is Kwabena. So should Kwabena also come out and say, before that, you also took over his thing, or like, I don't get it.
The day belongs to Akwaboah.
And the day right now, that's what they are making it look like, like the 14th February.
Yes.
Happy Akwaboah Day.
Yeah, it's not kind. Happy.
Like what is this? Like what is this? No, if as an artist, he should not be even coming up with some of these arguments. It will not help him. So apart from the 14th, any other day in December that Akwaboah also decides to host a show, somebody should come at him. Somebody should come out and say he's coming to take his shine. Like the sky is too big to accommodate all of us now. Even if Becca and Kwabena wants to do it at the Grand Arena on the 14th, if Akwaboah wanted to do this show, in 1 year you did 2 shows. You did it in Accra, and on the 18th, not even on the 14th, 18th, you waited till like 4 days, and you went to Kumasi. Now Kumasi shows I am.
That one too was successful.
I was shocked he did not even go to the rich condos because they are taking all events.
If he really wanted to do it, there are a lot of venues he could have done it. I mean, I want to believe he has other reasons that I'm not privy to. But this statement and the kind of arguments he's trying to put out, it doesn't hold any water. It doesn't make sense. Especially trying to make Kwabena look like as a fan idea, like the day rightly belong. It doesn't belong to you.
It belongs to us. 14
February is for everybody. Everybody can host a show. So if everybody decides that okay, now 14 February, try to say a different venue. Now then you start bringing that conversation. They are greedy. They have a show in December. Now 14 for some person. If you know on TikTok no. Stars about TikTok. I know what do matter. Yes, I have to buy it. The same thing, the same argument, the same attitude, like my way of thinking. It is the same thing. Like how can you say Kwabena has come to take your thing and what? I mean, they should stop that. He's an artist, and I want to believe he's not going to limit himself to just a show. He would want to, if Akwaboah has the capacity and what it takes to organize shows from, let's say, January to December, I'm sure he will do it.
I see. Thank you, Nana. Chamu, maybe you can continue from there and we look at the very last story before we run away from here.
Me, I love the way that he put out the press statement.
Okay.
And I wish that it would have ended there without going to radio station and say, I don't know what he said at the radio station, but it looks like he gave more meat to the whole thing and it's not looking good.
Yeah.
I mean, for you to, first of all, entertainment industry in general is a competitive industry. Either you compete directly or indirectly, you compete with your colleagues. That's how it is.
It's high competition.
Yes. I mean, when then they should do a list the time that each of them will release a song. Because they can release a song on the same year or on the same day. So what should we say? If somebody release today and Akwaboah will release tomorrow and it becomes a hit, is he taking the shine from the one who released yesterday or something like that? I mean, it doesn't work like that. So he made a mistake. If indeed he wanted to use the place, and in fact, if the place is the ideal place for his show, he can even book it 1 year ahead. 1 year. Or even years, like you can go into
with the still example for us, they said to them they don't book in advance.
Yeah.
So there are some venues who might also have the same policy.
Oh, not with them, because stadium is a
state-owned.
They don't need your money to get paid.
Yeah.
They will be paid anyway. So it will be different from Grand Arena, which is a private entity, and he built the whole thing for people to take for events. For stadium like this, there could be a national event. So for you,
all those things,
your money is nothing to them at that point. Yes. So it's different. And I think if he really wants to do it at that place all the time, every year, he should work with them for a longer contract or something like that, so that the place will be for him. Because it will not make business sense, as Nana Regan said, that the Grand Arena people will be waiting for him to come for it. In fact, if you go O2 and other places, they don't do that. Some people will book it for years before the thing will happen. It will not be like 1 week to the event before you go and talk to the management of the place.
Yeah.
So I think, yes, he made wrong decisions in terms of getting the place to do what he wants. And he should take it like that. That's why I said I love the way the press came out. It was nicely said. Like he didn't push it to anybody. Like, people can have their opinion and say whatever, but it was straight to the point. But I think I've not heard the radio interview, but I think he said something for us to
over there it was hot.
Yes. So now you are blaming some people for you not doing it. And I think no, he should blame himself and the team. They should plan ahead. When really you want to do it, that thing should happen. And again, he couldn't think of doing it at another place because of what Roland said. There will be a clash of people that he wishes that they will be part of the event. Okay. Now they have to choose whether they are coming for Akwaboah's event or Kwabena's event. I think so. For him cancelling it for a reason that he may lose something, I mean, it's okay. But don't accuse somebody or don't push it on somebody that somebody is because of your colleague or other group that you couldn't do it. No, it's because of your own negligence or your own bad decision or whatever. Like put it on yourself and do better. If you push it on somebody, then you always have reason not to do better. So for me, I think they shouldn't be blaming anybody for this. He should blame himself and do better next time.
So if Kwabena announces it again, he will not do the show.
Maybe he will start looking for. I want to believe that he relied on the Grand Arena.
Exactly.
That is why he was disappointed.
That's what I'm saying.
So if he had seen that someone was coming for it, maybe he could have even gone to Kumasi.
Yeah.
Because he's done it there before, and it would have been a sold out. Maybe he relied on the Grand Arena, and when he realized, Chaley, I late. Now we're bang at the end. No, it's not the car. Boom. If you are driving and you are too close, you can't apply your brakes. So, Mr. Akwaboah, sorry. Just that. I know.
When you are the receiving end.
But maybe I be fine. Let's look at the last story. Musicians agreement contract about their rights. Looks like the new artists are suffering still. The latest artists, they are really suffering. Now there is an online war happening right now between Grand Up Chaley and some of the artists. Grand Up Chaley is an unofficial record label of a sort. When they see any fresh talent and they see the talent has potential, they use their platform to project the talent with the hope that when he or she becomes big, they are also going to get some benefit from there. And as it stands now, if you mention one big name that was made by Grand Up Chaley, people will mention Kwesi Arthur, and some Twitch Forever or whatever. So many names. Kofi Moledems or Kwabena. Oh, there's a dozen sample. And there's a Mateo also. Now, there is war. The war is that most of the songs that they put on their channel at the time that they were coming up. Now, these boys think they are established and that they want to be on their own. Therefore, they would want to own their rights. Unfortunately, Grand Up Chaley is also not ready to give their rights to them. Because they also think, yes, we are welcome. Just last week, was it Monday? We discussed the Malcolm Luna and Arkian Entertainment saga. And I know the story has been back and forth. Richie, what are some of the posts on the screen? Now, let me see some of the posts on the screen. Now, I hear how to discuss them. So, this is an education that a brother Paul Azuma Ayite is sharing with those who don't know how the industry works. He is sharing some beautiful education that I felt that no way or seeing send your daching obi kwa bibia ono so nye sa mistake ni bi na emma men esu any abobo ni ajojo ni anyhow you want to put it esu ni abobo ni atepo ni nasefo and something there a dorsal pan remember. Let me see if I can get the piece here. Or Richard, you want me to? Then you have to bolding them a little bit. And I'm a light, not too many. Okay, so it says music industry briefs. Grand Up Chaley story. I'm saddened by the turn of events with Kwesi Arthur, Twitch, and others who have left the ever popular and youthful Ghanaian music label Grand Up Chaley. Both artists left on a sour note and seemingly do not have access to the economic rights of their works for life or for the foreseeable future. This seems to be recurring an issue with the African music space, especially with the advent of music leaning towards digital more than it used to. Live music remains Africa's biggest revenue generator on the continent. This development of talent leaving labels often are tagged as artist rebellion, while other times labels are found to be ruthless, exploitative, and bullish in their approach on the other divide. However, the music business sees things differently, and where your moral conviction ends, someone's brilliant legal clause may extend those rights to new ownership. I loved that clause. It says legal representation for contracts and deals can therefore not be overemphasized. Get a lawyer is casually thrown out as everyone's first advice until you grapple with what it truly means. Sometimes you can, but without expert knowledge of the entertainment sector or the instrument under contention could even be a disappointment. I'm not too sure about the percentage ownership of or extent of exploitation of economic rights, ground up Chaley wealth when it comes to those two artists, but for publishing to be involved means it is messier than earlier believed when Kwesi Arthur hinted in a series of random tweets in 2022 and 2023. Tweets have since been deleted. The screenshots Twitch Forever posted yesterday all but hinted deep-seated issues about advances and recoup. The question is whether each party was aware of the advances prior to their spend. Also, what exists as binding record label or label services contracts between the artist and the talent hub ground up Chaley. Obviously, one side will be screaming betrayal and the other, it is just business at the end of the day. As Birdman will put it, it's another day and the clever Jerry outsmarts Tom. Cue in the end credit. Who is the cat and who is the mouse? Twitch directed all shots at Glenn's show of ground up Chaley. Will they get their rights back? Can only be contested legally, and that is if none willfully gave up their economic rights, including publishing an artist retirement package. The music business will teach you what moral character is and what business is. No one has your interest in the music industry. Know this and live long. Ignorance is expensive and we will reap only where we sow. For creators and artists, make conscious efforts to always have a legal representation or oversight over any deal, no matter how small. New and young artists, don't be desperate and only follow the lead. It will save you more than you lose. An article on the ground up issue analyzing both sides of the divide and covering indie label business, A&R execs, forming management execs, good deals, bad deals, vultures, etc. And I loved this piece when I read it last night. And he says he'll continue some other day. Now, Twitch Forever too has been talking. I think was yesterday. The last time I checked, cry BC say cry there. Ajuman cries were jai. Omo your allegations, baby. Now, so this is Twitch Forever. He says, "Ground up, Charlie. You dey fuck up. We know the talk. No me say we fool. I am big on respect, and if you don't respect me, I don't respect you. Glenn, if we meet anywhere, it go be giddy giddy for there. Terry, I be you two. You dey here. Screenshot for show. Screenshot show. Okay, screenshot show to Screenshot show to So indirectly, yeah, indirectly he vexed. And this one says, "What the f is this? You Glenn, you sing before. We leave all the stream money for you. Now the royalties too, you won't take all the old songs you still they listen. The money all day go to Glenn for ground up. Bump to the new SHIT and stop asking where the fuck I am." The guy vexed.
Okay, so the first screenshot, which you bring it by the first one. No. So the one with the songs. So you know what he's talking about.
But this is one that was also
so
one of them.
So here are the songs, and then when you look under them, the performer, is it the Twitch or whoever?
Yeah, Twitch Forever.
So the name is not
performer. Ground up Chaley performer.
Ground up Chaley is the performer. So the performer will be taking the royalty.
But Twitch Forever is also a performer as well as a Marie.
Yeah.
No, but we Omo contributing to the song.
So so this is why.
Chavo, take it. I know this your
the other one to bring the other one too.
Oh, the other ones are the ones I read.
So, this is what I'm also talking about. Written by Ground Up Chaley.
Okay.
Songwriters and
performers. So if you consider the performer, Ground Up Chaley, who will be performing that day are part of the performance.
Gambro Magic, publishing about Magic. That's what it means.
That's why the guy is.
Chamo, take over. How do we solve this moving forward? Because this guy is also crying.
The writer
DJ Adwa is also crying.
Yeah. I think the writer gave the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best way to go about it. Right from the onset, you have to negotiate what you think you stand to benefit. I mean, for the right of selling the song, or as they will call it, mechanical right, you may give it out, but your royalties, the publishing royalties, you can negotiate and get something. You can tell the person that when the song is out, you can sell and take the money. But the royalty is more like, as the guy said, the retirement package for the musician.
Yeah.
So why do you want to take my retirement package in addition to the thing that you are going to sell and take the money? So if at least for that one, I think most of the record label owners will agree. You are not taking anything except the royalties. And so, and that one, what they need to do is that whenever that they are publishing the song, they should put the rightful metadata in there. Put your name, what you contributed in there, so that you will get that royalty. In fact, that one, it will not even go to the record label owner. It will go to the publisher, and then the publisher will share it accordingly. So for the new artists coming, I think that's how they can resolve this issue to some extent. At least for that one, they can do it. I know about the mechanical right, the direct sales money. Some of them want to give it up because they want to be famous. I mean, I've seen some contracts that I said, no, this is not a good contract for you, but they are willing to sign.
Yeah, because at that time they also need something to stand on.
Yes, they just want to get the shine, so they will sign anything that you bring to them. So for that one, we cannot advise them that much, because knowledge and decision making, sometimes they are two different things. You can give them the knowledge, but no, the incentive of them getting to shine, they want people to see them, or they can forgo that kind of money. But for the retirement package,
they don't want to
pay them after getting the shine. So you get the shine, and then even if you think of what will happen in your future, you will still not get anything. Then the pain will come. Then you will start talking like the way Kosiata and others are talking, because they didn't negotiate from the beginning. At that time, they thought that they just need the name to also make money out there, because the record label will also argue in that direction. Now we have given you a name that you can get an endorsement deal, and you will not bring us any money. When somebody invites you for you to go and play a show, and then you charge them, you will not bring me any money. So why should I also give you money that I'm selling based on the project that we did? So that one, it will even make sense to let go of that money. But the retirement package there, the publishing royalty there, you can negotiate and say, okay, you, when we sell the project, you take the money, me to put the rightful information in there so that I can get royalty for my contribution. And I think that's how it should go. Otherwise, they will continue to suffer on this. And it's because from the beginning, most of them don't think of getting anything. They just,
the young boys are crying now.
Yeah, they just.
I don't know if recently you saw Kofi Jaman's tweet as well.
Yeah, Kofi Jaman's tweet, yeah. So for me, I think they are not getting good advice, and at some point the incentive that they will be thinking of is also another thing. They think of getting the name, and now people are calling their names more than thinking about their future. I mean, young people mostly think like that. They can risk their health for something else. When you tell them, when you drink or you do this, you do that, you can get sick. They will say no. They are so strong that nothing will happen to them. Like they just risk. Because when you are young, there are certain things in your favor, and because of that, they take certain decisions that when they are getting older, then they will regret it. And it's exactly what is happening here. I'm so sure that even at that time, when if you were there and telling Kwesi Alta and the Trade Forever that Chaley, this is not a good deal, let's negotiate for something better, they will say no. Chaley is okay.
The grand up Chaley.
Yes, they were thinking about grand up Chaley than to think of royalties and publishing. And so I think if they have the case, like the way they are talking, I think yes, the best solution now is for them to take it to arbitration. But they shouldn't take it to court straight. They can take it to Ghana. Here we have a copyright administration office. They can go there, call them, and then negotiate. If it doesn't work, or they couldn't, if they can't resolve it, then they can take it to court and take their rightful earnings that they have to get from it. Because if you contribute to a project and you are not getting anything at all, it will be painful. And those who are coming, they should learn from it. At least negotiate to get the publishing right, even if you give the sales money to the person.
Nana, we are closing. Last story.
It's very, very sad.
Very sad, Charlie. Very sad. Especially the young ones. Oh, mudo musenso. And then me ya no. Hitting the beno besanya game. Ya talk. Oh. Ya talk. Me dey have a chair real. I don't know. Me who say oh church na miracle. Because Charlie, e basanso na neme later mano.
Sometimes I don't know where to stand. Like whether to be for the young artists or to be for the labels. And I mean, the truth is that looking at
but I also think that because you are saying you don't know where to stand, I also think that the labels should also be truthful. But then that is what the writer said. Morality and
of course.
Hey, Charlie.
Looking at our economy and how our music business is, I mean, I've always said that we can never in this industry do a 360 business. Like 100% business. This Ghana
360,
we did like the moral bid and but people should stop being greedy. Especially the handlers of the artists. They should stop being greedy. Like it is becoming just too much. We have taken the sales money. And pension fees gracia.
The greed started with how they even failed the
that's what
performers are Ghana.
You know you are not a performer. So why should you put your name there? Why should you, and you were saying that in fact the writer too was suggesting that they should go for a lawyer. Hey, if you've not been in that experience, book bro for that. They actually lectures.
The writer said lawyer or somebody who knows oversight.
Yes. But somebody can advise. But you see, the point is that looking at an underground artist already 36 years. What question?
What do you mean? About 36 years now,
he has 1 minute remaining.
Underground artist already 30 years. Sorry. Obi. Sika kitani pay. Oni pana de yen na eska. O say many man say bra. Brother Mbazi, but your Tremiko control lawyer.
Yeah. Until case.
So, me sometimes I understand them. Just that if you say too desperate, contract na idea man and I say I don't have information until artist can be hollow. Until because as akonya na now continue until be muda. Me na kwakosho ne a chere na duane ne fruit to say ebumu a share that the omo sikam ne the mo wura boutique.
Yeah.
They say yeah ta dem pabo apemi wow you know oji. I be do on man. Nothing makes sense to you. Because Odaya son on Pyrebone, so Beshia will be Sakeke. Just to open the way for you. No Nipakonaba. I'm not saying seeking for a legal advice and going to the right person for or experts for advice is wrong. But Charlie, reality no woman like who are dealing more. Some of these conversations, I just said, now 2 years now, answer. That is why all these guys they will go through it, and then at this point, answer no move say no, Charlie. I mistake. I mistake. Being a CCN broso. Why would the label want to say now? Obi crabo guitar crowd or na utiana car. Obeka some on channel royalties in farmer. You won't say the crowd can say to me do cockot. So Obi Ababe BB Abe contributed to a song. Now what you know? O say on for the royalties in man. A Ghana happen a bit me this and come away. A Ghana, some of this is shouldn't be Akwaboah artists me or say oh many me label in here. You say hey man Tony no baby my family be oh banana on kitashin tifa. Why should we be having some of this conversation at this time? So the advice is too. They said I say beginning ube me we say okay yes offer number but me go your lawyer and I say expert advice I'll send about conclude on what decisions I want to make and I say ube room no work there in a painful way. These are the only options you have. You consider your age first. What to Newman underground? How many years? Maybe 5, 10 years. Kwabena so how many? You know when I know.
Watch it.
Flex is for this. Start talking about flex can you understand? Let's have a journey now so over 10 years.
I can
Our friend don't me do the in common point no person will break in our bell and the common you could it. Example work. My brother, it's not your fault. Okay. So what I mean, I think the young artists coming up should learn from some of these things. No matter how aggressive or desperate you are, take your time in, especially signing contract. The paper too, that one you really have to be careful. And I got to know being so office now, no doing come over now, come on, oh, sir, oh, Poppy, and now, oh, boss. Person ko dwen won kakra okwa oni obi akosusu won support and advice and department man okwa na dey akoto nipa dem na we di won komo no ma ye she bibia kama because some of these things the other day you know me boss take come there's a similar conversation nipa no so or throw verse as you see am pa dey we because nipa no say o man say kebi internet na kitchen like are you serious what you can do pa mechanical royalty man said it. You know microphone na no kra. Out na you the coffee you could use can their coffee come on na na omoma. So people should understand some of this and just do the right thing. Out of pain, some of these decisions it is just out of pain. Yeah. Say the panel but it is not right. Legally and in fact morally it is not right to say many why you so name you now there meaning say oba general factor and why
close the show for us. Time is up.
Yeah, you almost said to say.
Yeah, to say there.
What's happening? Just like the saying goes, business is not for the Pope. I remember the last time you interviewed this guy. I forget Mr. Easy.
Oh, he was here.
J.D. Roby.
Yeah.
J.D. Roby. Thank you. I say, that is not for your father, it's not for your mother.
Yeah, he said that.
I say, it's not for your father, it's not for your mother. Unfortunately, everybody would want to protect their pet. And in business, I always say you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate for.
Okay.
Because if we are to say everybody should name what they deserve, we will not end the conversation today.
Fact.
What we deserve, we both deserve. It's in the future. It is not even in the present now. It is in the future. And that's one unfortunate thing about this. So, and another truth of the matter is that this is not going to be the last of this. You have so many people. Tomorrow we will hear it. They will keep coming. One, because the education has still not gone down. Unfortunately for our industry, the education level to this particular conversation is around 5%. That is the level of this education, or the education of this conversation. It's around 5% too.
Yeah.
A new top for us to say, okay, about 70 or 80% are protected. No. A new star level here. So the labels would continue to come, and because they know some of these informal ways like Nanarega kind of us doing business, they would want to protect themselves out of some of these things. Because I also believe that these guys leaving or ditching their labels were also not on a good note. And they know. So they would also bring certain clauses that will protect them from some of these things. And I also want to believe that for them to have taken some of these decisions, they also know some of the loopholes in the contracts that these guys signed.
Fact.
Perhaps there were certain clauses that if you should breach the contract, you have given me or forfeited your power to end the conversation or any negotiation on this particular agreement. And they may not know. So they would think that, oh, morally, I'm supposed to get the publisher, I'm supposed to get the music rights, I'm supposed to get this, I'm supposed to get that. But unfortunately, you forgot that that particular clause in the contract states that if you should breach the contract to this level, you forfeit that right.
Fact.
So let's not say, oh, these people are also cannot. Yes, I know some of them can act blindly and out of emotions would want to take some of these decisions to mafia the guys. But I also want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, Chaley, let's not turn a blind eye on them and say they are acting ignorantly, because they know what they are doing. Kwabena MP left, he came to complain. Kwesiata left, he came to complain. Kofi Mole put the puto. Kofi Mole, at that time, his wife had delivered fresh. It was puto with Kofi Mole. Yes. And that is when you go and you realize that, Charlie, I have all these hit songs. You call Gamra at least a bit more Twitter. Oh, you only have 500 per jack. Oh, say okay.
For the baby.
The baby be now when put a million 500 and be yeah. But you see, in the beginning, the mistakes would definitely they commit the mistakes every day. Because one of the mindsets also is that, oh, and I'm trying. It's me actually be.
Tell about when about friends.
I'm trying. I can do plenty. So based on some of these decisions, knowledge and decision making, some of them, when they are going into this partnership, they have the knowledge that I need to call an expert to look into this for me. It's not as if they don't know. They know. But to make that decision and say they should come and look into it, it's different. It's different. So me, I feel for them. I feel for them. The only way when it gets to this level, because the error there, it has already been committed. It's arbitration. And the arbitration, me, I'm looking at it legally. If we was to go by the normal arbitration, your friend is saying, oh, none of these parties is going to understand that. It is only the court that can solve some of these issues. And yes, we know one party, his Shwabos will be pressed, but then for one party to be okay, that's how it should be. Else we will be having this error, and it doesn't even look good for our industry.
The sad part is they will not have enough money to also hire a lawyer.
Yes, yes.
And American, so either ways, one person's Shwabos will be pressed, and none of these two parties will feel okay. So moving forward, you will see other people who would also want to form labels that like these guys, looking at the experiences that some of these labels are going through. Akian's Entertainment, DJ Ajwa, this person has also cleared the names of the artists into their name. So they ask, then it is something that has to do with the artist party. So if I also want to form a record label, I need to do something that will cover me up, because the possibility these people are going to mess me up is high. And at the end of it will be a Tom and Jerry approach, like the guy said. Okay, one person will be looking over everyone, they will be against the shoulder, so that you don't mess me up, I don't mess you up. And if we should work like that, yes, we know morals don't come to play in business conversations like that. But actually, sometimes if we don't attach morals to it, we are going to kill ourselves and we will not even build anything. So I mean, sorry for them, but if they have the resources, for Kwesiate's rumor say we that one is not true.
Okay.
That one is not true. Even DJ Slinder said that he came to write it as lies.
Until Kazayedin.
I'm sure. And even this match, he's performing on one of the independence shows. So I think I've seen 2 flyers of his. So I asked myself.
When they perform, they also don't give money to the record label.
No.
No.
And you know, say I chapter.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being a part of today's show. It is very unfortunate. Nana Reagan said the same thing. Chaley, Akwaboah the bed 36. Time will come. Obi the cash a bit. In fact, we 50,000 crown man. Who said? We are saying how you know where you feel.
1 minute remaining born on us.
Until on tier your back be a challenge on cash. Cash is some way, not hating is slower. Nothing attending in his soul. Thank you, Nana Reagan. Thank you, Team Dodo Solomon Chamo. Thank you, Roland Amate, to Digital Rasta Currency. Thank you, Richie Flex. Thank you, and to you, thank you as well. Subscribe to us. Tap send. Thank you as well, and remember to download tap send to send money. Promo code SammyFlex. Let's do some more. My name is Sammy Flex. I'll see you when I see you. We out of here. Bye bye. No, but